Hello everyone, I am Dr.A.NAGALAXMI, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce with Finance in Dr. S.N.S.RCAS College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Coimbatore. I am here to make an explanation about the cost or the classification of cost on the basis of function. As we already saw, the classification of cost on the basis of element and nature. Now here we are going to see the classification of cost by function. Classification of cost by function. So on what functions the cost incurred? On what basis of functions the cost incurred? One is production cost, administration cost, selling cost, distribution cost, research cost, development cost, pre-production cost. So there are 7 types of cost classification by functions. First, we are going to see what is meant by production cost. Production cost is equal to aggregate of direct material cost, direct labor cost, direct expenses of factory and production or factory overheads is said to be production cost. So, direct material, direct labor, direct expenses incurred in a factory and production. That overhead is said to be production cost. As we already saw, what is meant by administrative cost? Administrative cost is total of aggregate of direct material cost, direct labor cost, direct expenses of administrative departments and administrative overheads. So supportive, not directly related to production or manufacturing, is said to be administrative cost. Next is selling cost. So production is over. Now it's a time for sale of the finished goods. So what are all the costs directly involved in selling other than production? Selling cost is equal to aggregate of direct material cost, direct labor cost, direct expenses of selling department and selling overheads is said to be selling cost. Next is distribution cost. What is said to be distribution cost? Distribution cost is equal to aggregate of material cost, direct material cost, direct labor cost, direct expenses incurred by distribution department. Now the goods are ready for sale, that has to be taken from the place of production to the place of sales. So carriage outwards, freight, then advertisement, then salesman related expenses, all expenses are said to be distribution cost. Next is research cost. Research means researching of the product, the cost of research for new product, process, development or innovation of new methods. So in order to introduce a new product or new process or development or innovation of new methods, so that cost is said to be research cost. So next is the development cost. Development means the cost of new product, process, development, innovation of new methods and its implementation. So research cost, we got a new idea. That new idea, new method, new process, new development, new process, that is to be implemented into action. So what are all the expenses incurred in that process is said to be development cost. Thank you. Thank you so much for the patience listening of the topic classification of cost by function. As we saw the 7 types: production, selling, distribution, administration, research, development cost. Thank you. Thank you so much. What I have to explain is, now these costs are said to be the direct cost involved direct cost, direct material cost, direct labor cost, and direct expenses included in the directly affect on production or indirectly affect on production. Those costs are said to be the classification of cost by functions. Thank you so much.